this motherfucker over here. We should be going live soon. Shit, doesn't work. There you go. What's going on, champs? Hope you're fucking doing well, man. It's a happy Monday to you guys, man. It's been a crazy one with Bitcoin and well, cryptocurrency as a whole. It's looking bullish and bullish every day. We had a range band environment, all that kind of stuff was going on. We're still in a range, obviously. Obviously, like what's happened so far. You know, the weekly range that we had. Those who remember the orange band, the orange range I had, we've broken out of it, and it looks good. So we're going for the next set of targets there. So bullish plays is on play. We look for pullback scenarios, that kind of stuff as well. Same with Ethereum as well. I think Ethereum goes a lot more high as well. We do have the merge coming on Thursday. Big week this week actually, in terms of like the forex market. It's a big week. So we'll go through that as well first. And then we'll just look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then we'll try and squeeze in some alts as well. I mean, like, what's the point of actually looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum? It's all bullish, and you can't look at some alts. We've got to do that, right? So what I was trying to do, I was trying to squeeze in the run play and whatnot quite quickly and smoothly, and then we'll look at a bunch of alts. So send in your requests, and then we'll go through them as well. So fucking, who we got here, man? Who do we have? We got the Coots. What's going on, brother? We've Crypto Cruise. Morning to you, my brother. Final Country Club. Hope you're doing well. Anyone account? Twitter has gone crazy. Yeah, it's been well. It's gonna go nuts over this week as well, because we got the Thursdays the merge, so that's gonna be a big one. And I know we got GDP. Well, GDP's already been done for the pound sterling. I know we got CPI tomorrow, I believe. Is it tomorrow, Wednesday, something along the lines of that. So then we got like we got a few things going on there, so it's gonna be mad. Joel, how you doing? Afternoon to you, brother. Morning from the UK. We got Vegeta, we got Redacted, and we got a bunch of others as well. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, and we're gonna get smashing as well. Especially like bear in mind, okay, you need to bear in mind one thing really, really important as well. Although Bitcoin and Ethereum is pushing up higher prices, doesn't mean it's a bull market, right? That's the very first thing you have to put that in your mind. If you're gonna start thinking, oh, we're gonna go to 40, 50, 60, 70k or whatever, or 100k, whatever, because I've seen a lot of accounts over the weekend. I mean, I wasn't on Twitter so much, but I was just like flicking through it, and I'm seeing a lot of accounts marking for all-time high, calling for 100k and whatever. Don't follow that. Like, we haven't broken the market structure on the macro, and we'll go through that as well, what we'll be looking for in terms of the macro itself. So we can't be looking for higher prices, like, extreme higher prices. We play it level to level. Remember, if you guys remember, we talked about June range. We play to June range. From there, if it breaks out, we'll break out. We'll go for the next level. If it doesn't break out, we play back down. That's all it is. Keep it nice and simple. It's going to be short term, right? So we'll see what happens. Dollar index is breaking down. We'll go through the whole thing. So first things first, let's get cracking. 1 second, guys. Cool. Yeah, so let's get cracking and start looking at the forex forex factory. I can't even speak properly. Got a few more people here as well. Who else we got? We got freaking Health Hustle. What's going on, brother? T-Raw, Abhishek. Morning to you. TCX, my guy. Rolf is here. Mr. Maze. We got T-Raw. When are we 100x long in this, mate? Bro, we can start 100x in this shit now, right now. Hey Dank, what's going on? That's from Gabor. How you doing, brother? Smoking, yeah, man, you got to smoke Rolf in it. You know how it is. Tony, how you good? How you doing, bro? Derry, morning. Trader Cash, Piotr, Crypto Cruising. I'm doing an awesome ride the whole way up with multiple trades and was killing it. Congratulations, my bro. Really good to hear that as well. Cruz actually messaged me, for those, well, you wouldn't know actually, because he messaged me, he DM'd me, and he was like, he was saying that his trades has gone up like quite well, like he's done really, really well. And there was Cruz, there was another bloke as well, Dubsdorf was another one. And I want to say, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that you thanking me and whatnot. But it's a big but. It's not me. It's you. It's you. It's you. You are the guys who are actually making this happen. You are the guys who are making changes happen as well. So don't thank me. The process has just begun in terms of growing, and we're gonna keep on growing. Okay. So the aim is for all of us, no matter what your account is, we're gonna build it up during the bear market. We're gonna try 10x your account, 100x your account, and then in the bull market, we're gonna deploy the shit out of it, and we're gonna fucking blow the shit off as well. So keep working, just keep working, keep grinding, right? The grind never stops. It will never stop until you decide it's over for you, right? When it's over for you, then that's only you can tell when it's over for you, and then you can just do whatever you want. Until then, on a day-to-day basis, you're just gonna keep working. Okay, so let's look at the Forex Factory and see what's going on. So yeah, GDP happened today. Yep, pound standing at 7 a.m. in the UK time. Tomorrow CPI. It's CPI tomorrow for the USD. Then it's GBP. Okay. So then on Wednesday we got the GBP CPI, PPI on Wednesday. And we got GDP for the New Zealand dollar. On Thursday we got core retail sales, which is quite important. Retail Empire State Manufacturing Index, and we got retail sales on Thursday. And on Friday, preliminary UOM consumer sentiment. So it's actually a very fucking big week as well, including on Thursday, we're going to have the fucking ETH merge. So what happens then? I think ETH merge, like, there'll be a sell and use kind of a situation. The question is, does it do something like the beacon chain? I don't know if you guys remember, the beacon chain was the original start of this whole proof of stake thing with Ethereum. Run it down quite quickly. So what happened was with Ethereum, it was on the network of proof of work, and now it's evolving to proof of stake. And the first step of that was something called the beacon chain, which happened in 2020 December. I believe in December the 12th, some shit like that. And so let's actually just run that through quickly. Actually, so beacon chain. I want to get the right date. Beacon chain release date. Ethereum beacon chain release date there. 1st of December, the beacon chain was officially launched. Is the introduction of the proof of stake to the Ethereum ecosystem, but does not change how we currently use Ethereum. The purpose of the beacon chain is to coordinate the Ethereum network and serve as the consensus layer. So that was the start of the whole Ethereum 2.0, and that was on the 1st of December. If you look, yes, I agree. Before anyone starts telling me, but that was a bull market, blah blah. Yeah, but it started off the bull market, right? So we go on the 1st of December. Let's just look at how price was. I still remember this actually when it happened. 1st of December we had a pullback. So yeah, that was it. November 24th, first. Where the fuck is first? There we go. So the first we made the high. So this, if you look at it, let's actually do this. Right? Let's do it on the 4 hours. Fuck it. Let's do it on the 4 hours, and you can see this as a range bound environment. Where the fuck is it? There we go. Alright, so clearly, before we even start looking at the 1st of December, range bound environment, range high, and range low, right? Range bound environment, we can all agree. If I want to be a bit more precise, where's the mid range? And I bet you the price comes at the mid range. Well, looky here. There we go. Actually, fuck it. Let's just leave that there. So, as you can see, range high to range low. That was the range bound environment that happened over here. So, price went high, back to low, low, went up to the mid, held the mid as a deviation itself, went back to high, went up, deviated from range high, came back, held the mid range, and this low over here held, right? Because if it was bullish, right, actually working it level to level, right? Remember, we're working level to level, which is low to mid, mid to high. So when you're bringing your stops, right, you're going to play it from low. Originally, you're going to start off here. Once we break above and hold above it, that's your original stop loss. And as you go to range high, you're taking profits, come back down, you find a deviation there. If you're going to compound, you're bringing your stop loss over here. And this is where you're wrong, right? Because if we come down and break down, then what we're looking to do is take out the stops and then play back to range low. All right, makes sense. So what happened was this low itself held. So coming to this week, right, we're gonna have to do a similar thing, similar situation to see how it works out. Does this start off? I mean, look, I'm gonna say out and in the open. I don't think Ethereum's gonna go to an all-time high. I'm gonna be very honest about it until it proves me otherwise. Right now, it's still a bear market. We know the dollar has been overly bullish. We know the stocks have been quite shit. We know it's just been a shithole, right? We know price of electricity has gone up in the UK, around the world. Price of metal's gone up. The lot has just been terrible. So we know that. So if it holds like for this one thing in this scenario, it held this low over here, right? Came to the mid range, took out the high. Once it pop up, retest, and off it goes. And then from here, once we broke over $680, it went on for freaking $4,000, right? And the question is, does it do something similar like that? We don't fucking know, but we're gonna work it level to level as we go, right? So that was the beacon chain back in the days, right? I mean, fucking hell. Where the fuck is the price? There we are. We're right here. I have taken it along yesterday on Ethereum. I'm gonna quickly talk about it. What it was, I was saying, if you guys remember, on Friday, the plan was quite simple. You know, I was looking over here for potential shorts. I did take a short. I got stopped out on there. There was a half risk on there. I would have added the whole thing underneath here. I got stopped out. Where was it? Did I get stopped out? Yeah, no, that was it. So on the 1 hour, I'm going to talk about my trade so you guys can actually learn from me. So I went into a trade around here. It's about here. Something like that. Was it yesterday or the day before? Something like that. And my stop loss is here. Oh, and this is my invalidation. My invalidation was here. Once it took me out, right? And I was like, okay, cool then. And the plan was breakout, retest, comes into this area here, which it did. Holds above here, right? Show bullish market structure. Once we take out these highs over here, this high over here, and shows bullish market structure, off we go. This is your confirmation for higher prices, right? So what happened was, because my invalidation was taken out, if you guys remember, we talked about the difference between invalidation and stop losses. I was wrong completely here. We came out looking for a retest. I entered in this area here. My stop loss is below here, and I'm in some profits at the moment, so good. I'm happy for it to come back into here, but I don't mind it coiling up, right? So coiling up as in like this. So you see this? So once it breaks out of this, holds above it, does something like that, off we go, and then reclaim this area here, retest, and then that's your absolute confirmation there to go a lot more higher. Higher into what prices? Well, let's have a look. This is on the hourly. Well, you see this inefficiency. Target 1 will be here. We'll talk about the Ethereum trade in a bit. Target 1 will be here, right, to fill out all this inefficiency. Break above there. I mean, break up. Oops. Let's do a line actually. So if I've got a line, put it across. Right, you can see that support, a bit of a deviation, finding a resistance, sold off. Once we reclaim this area, go to the next set of targets, will be around here, right? And then we'll see what happens level to level there, okay? So that's what I'm looking at. At the moment, we are doing a similar range as the Ethereum beacon chain kind of thing. So, I mean, where can you say the range is? I mean, right now, so far, so good. I'd say the range is, let me just make this like that. I mean, right now, the range is like that. This is a high. And I'd say, this is probably the low right here. Just there. That's the range bound environment that we got here. As you can see, mid-range will come across approximately around here actually. That's where the mid-range will be. We hold above the mid-range over here. Take out this high over there. Hold, then we go to this set of targets there. And that'll be entry for longs going to level within this range bound environment. If by Thursday, for example, I'm giving an example. So if he does something similar to what the beacon chain did, which is go up to range high, whatever the deviation which it did. So does its thing, goes up there, range bounds, takes out the stops, breaks back into it, holds the mid-range, right? If it holds the mid-range, I'll bring my stop into this area here, for example, playing it to range high, looking for the breakout to go to whatever I was doing. That's the way I'm looking at Ethereum right now. It is looking quite bullish on the Bitcoin though, so we'll see what happens with that. But that's, yeah, fuck it. Let's do Ethereum right now. We might as well fucking do it since we're doing it. Who else we got here, man? Turnahan, what you saying, brother? Trader Cash, Piotr. So Thomas, we got here. Tony Aguida, what's going on, homie? You good? We got Michael Caffrey. What's up, my G? Yo, my gangsters. Did you guys watch the fucking the Hamzat match? That was a freaking epic match, man. That guy's a beast and a half, man. Took down Kevin Holland like a joke. You're very humble, bro. It's your guidance. Nah, man. It's not no guidance, fam. It's not about being humble or whatever. I'm just being honest in it. Like, the fact is, you guys are doing the work. I mean, I'm the one here talking shit. You know, I'm just making stories up off a candle. So I'm not doing anything. It's you guys are making the gains here. So good on you, man. Furkan's in here. We've got Fatih here. Kenneth, how you doing, my bro? Pirate. We got Pirate. Yo, Pirate, man. What's going on? How you doing? Feeling better today? Dubs Dub, Huffalo, how you doing, brother? Good to hear some bullish shit. I never give up. AD Juan Torres, what's going on? So yeah, so that's the Ethereum. The first step that we're looking at is that range band environment, really, right? This is the range high. This is the range low. No, I was there. This is the range low, right? Reason why I use this range low, well, you can use SRs. This SR is pretty much the one, actually, right? From one SR to another SR, you can use that. That's not a problem. But me personally, I use this one from this low here. Why? Because it's the range high of that range we were playing, and come back down here. I don't mind it holding. If it stops me out, no problem. But once we reclaim and hold above it, then this is your bullishness as we go, playing it back to the level to range high. Take out these highs over there. There's double tops over there. Reclaim this level. You know, that's bullishness right all the way to go into our targets up to here, right? To feel like that inefficiency, and that'll be fucking sweet. Now the downside. Let's look at the bearish play, right? The bearish play is this, right? If it comes back into where, you know, it stops me out, but then finds resistance, I wouldn't short it just yet. Reason why is because of this level here. That 1700 level is a macro what's the word? Range low. Fucking hell. It's a macro range low. So we're looking for, I mean, you can come into this area here, back into this these stops there. It's not a problem. Once it, I mean, to be honest, right? If it loses this level here, then I'll look to short back into target one, looking to come into this area, which is the first consolidation, which popped the market back up. That'll be target two, probably squeezing into mid-range. And that'll be level to level from range high to mid-range. That's what we're looking at, okay? Now, if it comes into this area here and holds above it, what does that mean? We cut the trade because showing bullishness to go back into the 75% range, 1700, and then range high. And then from there, we'll see what happens if we break back up, going back into our original plans that we had over here, okay? If for whatever reason, right, we always have to be better. We always have to look at the market on both sides of the market. Not a problem. We are above the monthly open. Happy days. On both Bitcoin and Ethereum, so that's bullish. If it does come back down into the mid-range, all right, this is a range band environment, and does something like this, breaks below it, then we start looking for shorts back into the 1580 level, which is 25% of the range, back into this area here, and then see if we can squeeze back to monthly open and maybe back to range low, playing it back down if it provides to us. But I gotta say, the way Bitcoin is moving, Ethereum is going to go down, right? Which makes sense because the strength of Bitcoin has been a lot more. It's been pretty phenomenal, like really strong as it is. So Bitcoin is leading the race. Ethereum is lagging. Hence why EBTC is looking bearish, right? Because look, even if Ethereum goes up, this is ETH. Even if Ethereum goes up and BTC goes up, right? This market can still come back down into this area. The reason why is because BTC, the movement of it is a lot more higher, right? A lot more stronger compared to Ethereum. So if Bitcoin's percentage gain is at, well, right now, I'm looking at it right now, Bitcoin is at 1.55% gain of, since daily open. Ethereum right now is at minus 0.9%, which means, right, that, Bitcoin's gone up by an extra 6.6%. Also, yeah, 0.67% as it is right as it stands, and then the EBTC chart can be bearish. It looks a bit bearish, but looking at the chart itself, I mean, where could it come up to, right? If we were to look at it this way, let's go on the 2 hours. First things first, right? This is the area we want to see reclaim, right? Because that's been resistance. We come up, support. So question is, once we reclaim it, if it does something like that, then this was just a deviation of this SR. Does that make sense? So something like that, reclaim, and then we can say, yep, that was just a deviation, targeting back into the range high, taking out the liquidity up here, reclaim this area here, minimum target up to here, this area. Once we reclaim this area here, and then it's the next set of targets going up higher to where? Well, I'll tell you where. Into the base of the consolidation, which would be about around here, 0.87, and then see if we can squeeze in to take out these highs over there. All right, that's what we're looking for. I mean, if you look at it this way, really, on the 4 hours, I'll show you something. You can do a range band environment of this actually. You see this high here, this high to this low, and you can see where has price been reacting off the mid-range. See, resistance, deviation, sell-off. Couldn't even come back into the mid-range, but if we came into range high of the macro range high that we showed, the daily one itself, and then here we stepped in, resistance, come back down, deviation of it, and it can still come back down here and then reclaim that level we're talking about, and then go to target 1, target 2, and squeezing into the mid-range itself. And then if it holds above the mid-range, then we go into this area here, which take out these highs into the base of this, and then looking to go to range high. And then we'll see what happens after that, because if it's going to be really bullish because of this whole ETH merge, then we're looking for something like this. That's it. Off we go. Next fucking target. And then we're looking for some macro motherfuckers. So we're looking at, let's have a look. If I go on the weekly. I had the lines there. Lost it now. Never mind. So this is the range high and approximate range, mid-range. I'm going to make this one as purple just so I know what's going on. And if I were to do this, right, let me just do this for a second. Just talk about EPDC just for a moment, okay? So that's that there. Range low is approximately here. Mid range is here. 75% of the range, and then we've got the 25% of the range. Okay. Just there. That's it. Now I'll just hide everything else. Look at it now. If this is range high, right, and then we've got the range low, you can't see it. Let me move my head. Put me right over there in the corner. There we go. That's it. That's the range low. And then you see this consolidation over here. This is like 2 years worth of consolidation. We broke out of it. Came to the mid range, right? Let me just draw this properly. I'm making a different color so it doesn't confuse everybody else. So we got range high, and then we've got a range low, right? This is the consolidation that happened for 2 years, right? Had a deviation, broke out, deeper retest of the mid-range. Off we go. Where to? First target went to to mid-range. Then from the mid-range, it's been choppy. It's retested at 25%, come back to mid-range, and now it looks like the question is: do we hold above it, take out these highs to go into the next set of targets, which is 0.1, and then from 0.1, do we go to range high? So that's what we're looking for potentially, but we're gonna see how it works out. The only way this will happen is Ethereum needs to overtake Bitcoin. It has to be fucking strong. Not just yet. I can't say we can do that just yet. We have to play this level to level. Let's not get too excited. Again, we are still macro bearish, but this is the high that's capping the market on the upside, right? Why? Because you see this deviation, retest, resistance, but we're giving it up. Like now, if we get below the mid range, then what happens? Come back down to this area of consolidation, because that was the first consolidation which popped the market back to the range high, to that SR. Does that make sense to everybody? So don't get too bullish, right? Don't get overly bullish. The only way we can get overly bullish is if we break above it, retest, hold above it, and then we can go to the next set of targets to this 75%, and then see we squeeze into range high. Everyone follow me there. And when that happens, trust me, we want to go long on alts. We want to go heavy on alts then. Only then. Until then, we want to play it safe, level to level. Nothing too spontaneous, because this can really give up, right? It can. Like I'm planning in ideas of actually going long just to show you the possibility. But I mean, if we, again, like I said, lose this low here, which it comes approximately the mid range, and then back into this area here, because then it's just a range bound environment between this high, from this high to this low, and that's what it is. It's just a range bound environment. Target 1 will be the mid range, and then lose this, come to this area here. So play this level to level. Don't get too excited. Please don't get too bullish. Don't really focus too much on what Twitter's saying. There's too many bulls out there who are claiming all-time high, who will get fucked over. Okay. Another key that you can also use as a barometer in terms of having the idea of what's gonna, are we gonna go down? If you start seeing meme coins are like being overly bullish, and they've been quite bullish. I've seen there's some degens that I know of who has been talking to me and be like, yo, listen, you gotta get into this, you gotta get into that. And for me personally, I'm like, yeah, I'll be down to get into it, but the market needs to show me that it's ready to go down for it as well. I don't want to start going into meme coins, and it does a small little 2x, 3x kind of thing, but then you're like, dang, you shifted from a fucking trader from the top 10 coins to looking at the bottom 10 coins of the world. So it's gonna be fucked up. So we gotta play this level to level, right? But if you start seeing like these meme coins moving, yeah, play the meme coin game, no problem. I'll be playing it. I'll be playing it 100% because gains are gains in the day. But don't get too suckered into it. You can't. Okay. So what's going on? So all clear. We go. Play the narrative. Yep. Sol BTC just bounced. That support also extremely interesting. Oh, nice, interesting. One candle and everyone will be fucked. 100%. It says bloodbath soon. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't mind a bloodbath, to be honest. I'd be liking to short there. Do a 3x in like 2 minutes. Yeah, 100%. Half a lot says long short ratio on Binance is really high. Last time I saw it, it rallied like crazy and liquidation tons of shorts. Yeah, that's the thing is. So we like the plans for Ethereum is there, so we can see how it is and we play it as how it is. It is Monday, so let the Monday's range. If you want to be safe, let the Monday's range happen. Tomorrow we got Monday's range and we will play that as we want to play and fucking let's go. Okay. So BTC form deviation. So I believe that is. Hero, so I really want a long, but everyone's bullish. It's scary with CPI tomorrow. Yeah, once CPI comes out tomorrow, we'll have a bit more understanding of what's going on. Okay, so that's Ethereum and ETH/BTC we've done. I'm gonna touch quickly on dollar index before I go into Bitcoin, right? Because over the weekend I was looking at dollar index, right, and I drew this channel right a bit more in depth, right, with same principle, right, same principle as like a range bound environment, as if you got a range high and you got a range low and you got a mid range, right? Same principle, but this time it's just diagonal. That's all it is, okay? And I was like, all right, so this is the range low of the macro range that we are talking about previously, and it's coming to this area here and also coming to the mid range, because as you can see, price is bouncing from low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high, high to potentially into this area. And we discussed this on Friday. Literally, we did talk about this on Friday into a potential play coming back into range low, coming to this area here. If it holds above it, then we can go back to mid range. Well, this range low over here, hold it, then we go to this area here, and it'll be within the channel of low to high, high to low. Okay, but however, if we start losing this level here, break down, and then we can play the next level set of targets would be this. I'll say here actually, this area here, which is about 103.9, I believe. Oh, 103.6, breaks down further, and then we go a full retest into this, take out liquidity over here, back into 100.3, and that is a macro range bound environment. As you can see, it's been happening for God knows how long. How long has it been actually? This is 2015, 7 years worth of range. And then, so this consolidation, breakout, retest, and if it does the expansion, we'll play the expansion move there. So we'll see how it goes. We play it level to level. That's dollar index. Yes. So I did a tweet, right? I'm gonna explain this to you, right? Profile. I said a tweet, right? ES 4,385, right? It sounds fucking mental, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It does sound fucking mental. But I'm gonna show you something, right? Keep this as a secret, right? Don't pass this on to anyone. I know we're on YouTube, but shh, just keep quiet. No, I'm joking. So ES, what I've done, right? Look at this range bound environment right here. You see this range bound environment, right? Let me show you how I've done it. First things first. What I did. Let's go back to the beginning of time, right? Back when the lions were roaming around Africa. Range high to range low, mid range, okay? So range bound environment with a deviation, cap to the range high, and you can see come into to resistance, come back down, reclaim it, deviation, then play it back to range high, broke up, retest it briefly, and then start going to the next set of targets at 105, at 1.5, from 1.5. I mean, you can literally just follow this quite really smoothly. 1.5, and then literally, which is 1.5. Where the fuck's 1.5? There we go. 1.5 here. And you can see the 1.5 level right here. Fuck off. 1.5 acted as resistance first, came up, support, deviation, and then come to 1.7, then 2. So you can see quite clearly, right, that this range bound environment is suitable to play all the way up there. And then if you go up to the top, which is 5, all I've done is literally 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, 1, 1.25, 1. And keep going by increments of 0.25. And it just gives me like quadrants within ranges itself. And I'm gonna do this properly actually. I'm gonna draw this out properly, and then you guys can actually see this out. Probably I'll tweet it on Twitter so you guys can check it out. And all it is, like, look, Look at the high over here. I'm not gonna go just there yet, right? Look at this. So the maximum so far is 5, okay? And if you look over here, look where the range high is. Right on the motherfucking dot. Wicked straight into this. So you didn't need to have to wait for to 2021's high to be able to say, yeah, this is a short. So you're telling me, so I'm telling you, this is 5, right? This is 5.75, 5.5, 5.25, and 5. So we're playing within this high and this low, right? That's what we're gonna be focused on right there, just for a second there. And I'm gonna explain to you that 43 number, 4385 number, okay? So if we're playing here, right? So I'm gonna just show you. Let's draw a 9. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And we're gonna do this. And one more. Right? Now if I just literally remove these bullshit over here. There we go, that's it. And then literally just take that off. Look at this now. This is the range low. This is the range high. Okay? 2021's low is somewhere around here. 2021 low is around, I think it's here. That's 2021's low. Literally, I'm gonna move my fucking head there. I don't like looking over there. There we go. And all you got, when we popped into this area here, straight into the mid range, find resistance, come up there, find support. It's a bit of a deviation. Find support, goes to range high. Come back down, bang on, right? It closed, bang, motherfucker. Yeah, it came bang on onto the mid range. Retested the point 4.75. Come back down. 4.75 comes back down. There's a deviation within that range. Now the question is as long if this holds, right, and we do something like crazy, we go up to there. I mean, everyone's targeting in terms of most people what they're targeting. I don't know everyone. I don't really know what everyone's doing. I don't know what everyone's doing actually, to be honest. They're looking for this area here, right? Which makes sense, right? The reason why it makes sense, right? At 4230, even if I put it on, where's the mid range comes into place? Yeah, it comes into, yeah, it makes sense, right? From 2021's range high to range low, right? This is the mid range, and it does make sense to fill in this gap over here because we filled out the gap. Well, let me just fucking hide all this shit. We filled out the gap on both sides on the first section over here, which was right over there. Fill out the gap, we close above it, and we're looking to go all the way there to at least fill out this gap here. Everyone's looking at that area. I'm saying, if this range bound environment that I showed you that has been happening since 1980 in the 1980s, right, is actually respected, right? It's a range, copy and paste of a range of a range of a range, right? But then why can't we come to this area here, right? Fake everyone out, break down, and then sell off. We could do it. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. This is a mid range. We haven't retested the mid range. I think it's plausible to come into here. Maybe squeeze into this area here. Into this area here. Or come into this area. Right into this area. You know what? Let's change the colours. To this here. And this here. So something like this. Confirmation is once we... See, the thing is, once we reclaims that level here, which is the 2021 mid-range, and holds above it, then you're going to have to start saying this is the first set of targets there. You're going to say that immediately without looking at any lines. You're going to say, well, we can take out the range high, see what happens. If we hold above it, and then we go to this area here, you've been targeting this area here from this low, because this is an area of consolidation, which was the last high that sent the market back down below the 20, which took out 2021's high. 2021's low. So then at least you'd be looking there. I mean, we'd be taking profits from this mid-range first, squeezing here, maybe into this area. Then we'll see what happens. Does it do something like this? Does it do something like this? Come into this area here, squeeze into there, and then breaks down, and then carries on. I mean, we don't fucking know. And this is what it is. This would be the high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and that was just a lower high. This was just a fake out, right? You think that would break in market structure, but even on the weekly, right, it does look like that's the high, and that's the you can see that's the high, that's the lower low, lower high, lower low, and you can say that's a higher high. Once we take out these highs here, if we were to take out these highs here, there's something like that, then you say range high, and then potentially see if we can actually do a breakout. But until then, we play this level to level. Does that make sense to everyone? So that's why I'm looking at 4385 as a potential target for an expansion play all the way up here. Thank you so much, Cruz. Appreciate that, man. I want another Monday's lower time frame range, aka boring market. They say boring market, but to us, it's just fucking making money, man. But yeah, that's yes. Now let's squeeze it into Bitcoin now. Bitcoin. Yeah, let's talk about market structure actually, right? Can you help me analyze Solana chart? Vol Van Full, I'll help you out, no problem. Solana, we'll do Solana after Bitcoin, okay? Just for you, Vol, because you ask. Can't say no to someone asking it. Be rude then, you're like, yo, this guy's a dickhead, isn't it? How the fuck you got just like someone's asking you for help and you're like, no. What kind of prick does that? Feels so good to smoke, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Feels really good. Any questions though? While we're here, any questions before we move on to Bitcoin soon? Anything you want to ask? Go ahead. I see S&P future broke out of the descending boarding wedge on the chart. Was it you, the Coots, were talking about this Nasdaq thing? Let's actually talk about Nasdaq. US 100. So you had something like this, I believe. I think you had something like this. I think that's what you had, something along the lines. So we come into this area of this area here, which is the trending, the downtrend line. So we break above it. I mean, I can see us at least at a very minimum come to this area here, right? If we break above and hold above it, then go to this area, squeeze, and then go to here, and then we'll see what happens if we squeeze into this base of consolidation over here. So that Nasdaq is looking alright actually so far, I gotta say. But Dino needs to keep on breaking down. Yeah, that was you. Yeah, I won't forget you now. When you bring in SC, man, SC's a busy guy, man. I tell you straight up, he's a busy motherfucker. I think he's going on holiday again, the bastard. He's going on holiday. Like, fair play to him, man. The guy who's grafted like a motherfucker for years upon years. For as long as I've known him, he's been grafting in it. So let him go on holiday. But yeah, I'll see if he's available. I'll give him a message as well. He said higher time frame market structure hasn't been broken on BTC. Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a moment as well. But he made a higher high. Okay, let's go to thingy. Bitcoin now. Bitcoin. There we go. Where's the high you're telling me? This is higher time frame we're talking about. When we talk higher time frame, we're not looking at 4 hours, right? Because on the 4 hours, yeah, on the 4 hours, I can agree we have broken market structure, which is why we're looking for longs, right? Because the market structure here, as we can see, low, high, high, low. Yeah, this is the market structure, right? And once we lost this low here, it broke down, and it came down. It came to a lower. Oops. Then what happened was this is the highest, the lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then we broke out this high over here. So looking for potential retest to play back into this base. But now we've taken out this high here. So any retest here, we can play it to this, and then squeeze into this base of consolidation there. So, but is that what you're looking at there, AD? S&P range is spinning my head. Oh, that. Don't worry about that. It's a little secret there, isn't it? Fucking sick though, don't you think so? It changes everything that you look at. Ranges are the key, man. Like I said, price is always in a range. I just showed you a range. Just copy and paste the shit out of it. Literally, you start to pick out the highs. Go back to the video, rewind it back if you want, or you can do it later whenever you want to. I will post the chart later as well on Twitter. It's 11 o'clock. Okay, yeah. I've got a brunch date to go to. Nah, it's with family. I'm going on brunch as well. So because I'm going to France tomorrow. So I called up the family. I'm like, yo, listen, what you guys doing today? Like, nothing in it. And I go, let's go brunch in it. And my mom's like, what the fuck is brunch? Mom goes, what the fuck is brunch? Well, she didn't swear. I added that bit. But yeah. Yeah. So that's it. So AD, you're definitely looking. I knew you were looking at this. When you said higher time frame, I'm like, okay, you're focusing as if this was a higher time frame. That's not higher time frame. Higher time frame, you start looking at daily, weekly, right? This is still, like, in a way, it's lower time frame because on the daily, you have to admit, on the daily, it's not bullish yet, right? We haven't broken market structure yet. Just off the daily. Because the market structure, right? This is the high. It's the lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Once we take out this high, then take out this high, then we can say, yeah, market structure is broken and play it to the next set of levels. And it just so happened that this high here, well, not this high here, well, actually, you can't say this high, because we've got another set of range, which is this is the range band environment, playing it up to here. That's the range band environment. So although we break out this range, this market structure over here, you have to target 28.6k. Well, at least target one is 26.8k, then 28.6k. So looking at, if you want to be bullish, right? Once we reclaim this area, you have to think of, okay, we're back into this range bound environment. If we break above it and hold it, and then we play it to the mid range. And then from there, we play it level to level on a higher time frame range. Okay, that's what higher time frame is. Yo, SJ, what's going on, brother? So you can look at the daily, the weekly, zoom out, and then that will be your higher time frame. Lower time frame is, to me, it will be below the daily. I mean, although I focus a lot on the minute charts as well, and that's really is a lower time frame. But when I talk about higher time frame, always is about the daily and the weekly, the monthly, that kind of time frame we're looking at. What's going on, John Kaboosh? Bro, the future champ is yourself, mate, not me. So that's what I was saying when I tweeted about this. I'm like, yo, like these guys are talking about, breaking, like we're going for higher prices, but on the macro, we haven't broken this high. Until we break out this high, once we break out this high, then we can start talking about 28.6k, and then break and hold, and then we start looking at 44k, and then we start looking at going to yearly open, and then we go to range high. You see how there's so many fucking layers in this level? It's not just level to level. There's layers upon it. It's like, when you play a game or something like that, right? To finish the game, you gotta you gotta follow that storyline. And the storyline, this is the story. Price is telling you a story. We just gotta follow the story. Break it down one step at a time. Don't get too confused by it, and don't get suckered in. You know what I'm saying? You play if you're playing it in a range bound environment, you're gonna play it right now. This is a range bound environment. We can agree. Let me just delete this. You can say this is a range bound environment. Actually, I got the chart here. Actually, fuck it. I've been in the chart. There we go. A range bound environment. Playing what? June's range. And where are we right now? Above the motherfucking mid range. Where we're looking at targeting. Target 23.1k. And then we start looking to this base of consolidation, to this area here, squeezing into this, and then going to range high. Does that make sense? And then all we're doing, we're just playing the range band game. That's all we're doing. Until we break up, then we can start looking for longs, for like mega longs. Or if we start breaking down, then we look for mega shorts. Until then, I mean, I really did thought we were going to take out this low. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be very honest. And I did talk about taking out the low. But it just showed me that otherwise. And then when you play like lower time frame trades, right? You have to be very good at, like, not very good, but you have to have the ability to flip bias very quickly. And when you flip bias, you've got to do it with certainty. And when you look at the this is a higher time frame range. We're looking at it on the monthly range itself. Coming to the mid range, I would have ideally liked to pull back into this area here, and then see if we can squeeze back up and then go up a lot more higher. But it never did that. Instead, on the daily, we're playing above the freaking mid range of June's range. So then we know that we got, obviously, let's just say this is the Monday's range. I'm just giving you an example. This is Monday's range, right? Tomorrow's a new day. It might take out liquidity, get above and hold above it, and then we can go into this area here. You could do that very, very well. I don't see why not, but we play it level to level. Okay? Does that make sense? What's going on, Rack? How you doing? What alts you looking at for a few X's? Solana will be one. BNB is another one. What else? A0 is another one. A0, I've got some bags of A0. Apparently, I had no idea I actually bought these bags on A0 for a while, actually. I thought I sold them all, but I didn't sell everything else. But I got A0, which I bought back in 80 cents. It's like $1.27, some shit like that. I haven't got much on it. But we're looking for A0 is another one. What was my 5 alts? There was, 1 minute, I'm trying to think. Solana, BNB, A0, Doge was another one, which is weird. There's a 5th one I was saying. Fuck, I can't remember what the 5th one was. I can't remember what the 5th one is. But yeah, those are the ones I'll be looking for. So don't get suckered in. if price is going up and keep going up, no worries. Don't stop buying at the top. Don't be buying over here, right? Let it do its thing and breaks down and find support. If it holds above it, it's better to find confirmation than start buying over here when we're breaking down, because we can go to mid range. Does that make sense? Just play it level to level, all right? So that's as like, keep it as simple as that, all right? Don't get when you chart, like, look, I do all this charting for you guys, right? I don't do it for the just for bullshit reasons, in it. I do it for you guys, which means that when I'm showing these things, right, you can actually implement that into your own strategy, right? If you want to copy it, you copy it, no problem. It's there. You know, everything I do is all open. But when you are actually going to look at buying something, like if you're looking at buying Bitcoin, right, you wouldn't be start buying it at mid-range, because we could have a pullback and break down. If it breaks above it and holds above it and show us bullish market structure, then you say, yeah, this is my entry to enter, and playing it to level 1, then squeezing into here, that's level 2, and then level 3. And then we'll see what happens then. If it breaks up and carries on, yeah, let's keep going. If it start breaking down, start selling it off, and we'll play it level to level, okay? So that's Bitcoin, really. That's really the plan on Bitcoin. I mean, if you will look at Bitcoin over here, we've broken out the weekly range, and yeah, you can see the range itself. I mean, we don't need this no more. This is bullshit now, right? But you can see what happened. Range low to range high. This is the range band environment. Pardon me. Yep. Sorry. Fucking hell, man. Yeah. It's the thingy, and then this is the range band environment. Yep, we had a deviation, came back down, come back, capped that range higher, play it back down to range low, and a deviation. Want to step back in from low to mid, mid to high, and that's all it is. And now we'll see what happens now. Okay, so all we need to do now, I mean, if I were to narrow it down for some plans now, let's go on the 1 hour, see what happens. Right, let's delete this. I'm gonna watch this quite carefully as well, because you know we gotta focus on one thing. The first thing we gotta focus is there's all this inefficiency right here, some inefficiency here, okay? And we gotta always remember this was a range band environment, okay? That was a range band environment back in the days in 2020, I believe. Let me show you, if you guys can remember. We talked about this a while ago. You guys might have forgotten about it. And those who are new, well, welcome to the fucking channel. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, and let's make some money out of this. So, range band environment, this is range higher, range low. Price was consolidating here. Hopefully it shot up and made some massive higher prices there. So again, that's always going to be some sort of reaction right there, right? From the base, right? From the blue box. Can you see that? Now if we go into fast forward in real life, where we are, but look where we've come into reaction, right off the base. It's not coincidence. A lot of people be like, oh yeah, it's coming into here, we're broken into it, we're going to feel like all this inefficiency here, let's start fucking longing. But hang on a second, mate. Play it level to level. He didn't even retest off this. See this low here? It didn't even come into this area. It retested off a previous range 2 years ago, right? And just retested it and come back down, right? So now the question is, what happens now? Okay, so if we delete this, let's go on the 15 minutes. All right, you can see for us to start targeting this area here, right? And potentially this area there, right? We need to start seeing some price action to be bullish. Now, where is the confirmation? The confirmation is, right, to get into that area there. Oh, fuck it, let's go on the 1 hour. Half an hour? Can I squeeze it in? Yeah, I can squeeze it in. There we go, that's better. There we go. So, for us to squeeze into this area here, and potentially this here, right, we need price to reclaim this high, hold above it, and then we can say target 1, and then we can see target 2. From there, we see what happens, and this is approximately, this here is approximately the mid-range between this to this. It not really is. I mean, if you want to do a Fibonacci, I can show you exactly where it is. Yeah, mid-range just above it, which comes into this area here. Let's see. Just into there. And if I would go to hide, no, yeah, delete this. And you can see it there quite carefully there. So, probably squeeze into this area here. And it, again, inefficiency right there. I see, my man. What you saying, brother? They one of those not bias traders. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's the thing is, I think like when you start having bias, when you're having a strong bias, then you either then you gotta be a macro trader. But have you seen me play on the 15 minutes and second charts stuff like that? Do you really think I give a shit about a bias going all? I mean, yes, I have a bias playing the play how it is, but if I need to flip bias, I gotta do it, man. You know. One second. You said, lads, Atom just broke above and it's testing its 2021 25% of the daily. If Bitcoin continues up, Atom should fly. Yeah, 100%. Arcliano saying, and by the way, I remember you once said you had Floki and you made so much money with it, though. Why you kept some bag of that? Well, you know what it is, right? There are certain places, right, that I mean, like with Floki, for example, right, I think overall I made just a 90x ish kind of thing. By the time I took out all the profits, I kept a little bit of a bag there because it just became free money. So in case that if the markets are running right stupidly, I know I got a little bit of a Floki bag there to keep me going a little bit, and that's something that can actually start emptying out when the time comes, isn't it? So I kept a little bit. There isn't much. There isn't much in there. I don't know how. I don't think there's much. I can't remember how much there was. I think I kept probably about 10% of my bag. Around 10% of my bag. Yeah, around that. Something along the lines like that. And I kept a little bit, and that's the same thing as well. The way I like to do it, it's just like it diversifies my portfolio. Yeah, it may go down and whatnot. No problem. I don't really give a shit. I don't have. You've not seen me chart flow key at all for the last months really, right? And when he started popping and everyone's talking about Floki, I'm like, oh, I've got a bit of bag there. Let's go. Let's see what's going on with Floki. I like to do that around with a lot of my alts as well. You just keep a small little bag, taking profits all the way up. Keep a little bit smaller of a bag, just in case we have a massive, massive, stupid run for whatever reason. So if Floki's going to start having a crazy ass run, happy days is my gain, really, isn't it? Right? And it's like the same for if anyone did the same thing, it would be your gain too. So Floki's definitely one especially in the next bull run, 2024. I do think it's going to have a massive, massive impact. I feel that it didn't have that much of a crazy impact. Well, it did, but I felt like it could have gone a lot more higher, right? Especially with the whole Elon Musk thing and his dog and whatever. But it hit. I don't know what. It definitely overhit a billion market cap. I think it hit 3 billion, some shit like that. I don't know what it was, but it hit something crazy. And no, it wasn't 1 billion. It wasn't 3 billion. I definitely know it's over a billion market cap. And then it started pulling back. Obviously, the market became bearish, and when Floki was picking up, it was towards the end of the bull market. So I've kept a little bit as it is. Yep, group is starting on the 19th on Monday. Next week, Monday. I was planning to do this today. That was the plan originally, but then the problem is that because I'm flying off to France, and I'm going to be there. Yeah, I will work while I'm on in France. Not a big deal. However, I feel like, well, we put it to the vote for you guys, and you guys decided to actually, say the 19th, which is fine with you guys, and then also it makes sense because it just doesn't make sense. Like, like if you're, you want to get the most out of it. For you to get the most out of it, I need to be around on time and at the desk to be able to help you guys out there. Appreciate that, Ed. Really appreciate that. Yeah. I think that's where the country club comes into place. You have no time for bias, 100% in it. Fuck bias, man. Well, no, astaghfirullah. I shouldn't. That's haram. It's haram to say fuck bias because you need to have a bias when it comes to trading. But you know how I do it anyway. Luna's looking like a short play. We'll have a look at it in a bit. So yeah, so that's the play for Bitcoin. Bitcoin itself, right? Oh yeah. Before I wanted to say this. What's this? See this range band environment there? This is the high, and about, again, it's an SR, but it's a range band environment there. This is all ranges over here. Come back into here. If it reclaims this, I will start looking for longs, playing it all the way to this here. To this, well, the targets that we had in place from here into the base over there. And then that's how I'll be playing it. You can put a stop loss below the range, and then we play it level to level, see what happens. Once we reclaim the mid-range, and then we can squeeze into the range high. But remember, remember, the key thing is we're playing. This is lower time frame ranges. We're all mixing up, but always remember your July's range. That's the key that you want to see. We've broken market structure, as AD has pointed out quite kindly, and you retest off this, hold above it, take out these highs, level to level, and it just so happens that remember we were talking about the mid range, which is about here. That's 75% of the range at 23,250. It's not coincidence. This is all planned out. This is really, really fucking quite sick though. When you appreciate ranges, it's fucking sweet. So that's Bitcoin really. If I were to look for shorts really, right? If this was like, oh, you know what? Like, yeah, we have to add that on. If it was like, yo, it's fucking over, right? And this is it, right? So you see this high there? So what you'd be looking for is let it do its thing, right? Range band in this, between this high to this. You can let it range band over here, whatever it wants to do. The moment it starts losing this low here, finds resistance. Then we're going to go back into this area, which is the 2 weeks ago, well, now 3 weeks ago's Monday's range high. See how we react off here, squeezing into the monthly open and the 25% of the range, and see if we can actually squeeze into all this inefficiency right there. That's the short play there. All right. Does that make sense, everybody? Rack, what's going on, Rack? How you doing? Steam, my boy. What time will you be streaming for the country club? So yeah, so that one. Okay, so now this is the thing is, right. So the YouTube stream will still go ahead at 10:15 as normal time. But I won't be spending as much time as I would be on YouTube, like, you know, that 2-hour streams. I won't be doing that, all right, because my focus has to go on the country club itself. So we will do it pretty much straight after. We'll, again, as a team, as a group as well. It's a community. We're building a community as a team. Well, I will discuss with you guys, and you tell me what's suitable for you to actually. What would you prefer? What would you like to actually see? And then we can go through things as well. Because daily trades, yeah, that's right. It will stay at 10:15 BST. It will stay at the same. That's not going to change. It's just so that, you know, like the content, the free content still be the free content, but the country club will be the country club. So that will have to be well, my focus will have to be there. It's gonna be a tough one though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was thinking about it over the weekend. I'm like, yo, work is gonna get hectic now. Like super hectic. Like at least like with this one, when I had just the YouTube stream, I was literally just doing the stream, and then I'd probably just fuck off and do something else in it, and then just keep an eye on what the trade is going on my phone and entering in and out when I need to enter in it. But now, like, obviously we've got this whole country club. I definitely will be on point with you guys going forward, because we've got, if this is bear market's gonna carry on until 2024, we ain't got fucking much time. It may sound like a long time, like it may sound like 2 years, but no, 2 years will fly by quickly. And it's a subscription. It's a monthly one. It's $100 a month now. The website, I wanted to get the website done, like up and running yesterday. Had a few issues last night, so it's not up yet. I'm trying to get this done before I fly off to France. So I'm gonna be working on this straight after the stream. Well, after brunch, I'm gonna come back, and then I'm gonna be working on the website to get that uploaded as well, so you guys can see what's available on the country club as well. So, like, for those who don't even know, the country club will actually have 5 things. There will be access to the Discord server. We have live streams, live trade setups. We'll have homework. We'll have, what else do we have? A bunch of stuff. There was another thing I forgot. Can't remember. Oh yeah, and education content as we grow. So, like, for example, like if I'm doing a blueprint of shorts and longs and scalping and this and that and ranges and all that kind of thing, and it will be in detail on the in the country club. There will be a content, like a tab for that, and where all that information will be there, so you can always go back and refer back to it and study this shit and go back and back test it yourself as well. And then if it works for you and you love it, you know, you can always add that to your arsenal of trades. What's your current spot allocation? 50% BTC, or is it not worth accumulating those bags or as DCA? So right now, I'm in majority USDT. I've got about, I think, I got some money on Floki. I know I definitely got some money on A0. I don't know how much in terms of percentage. I've got more spot buys on Bitcoin right now, and I got some Bitcoin and Ethereum and USDT. That's the main thing. I think it's about probably about 40% is actually on USDT actually at the moment, and then I got probably about 30% of Bitcoin, and probably 20% of Ethereum, and 10% has got the alts I've got that I've been, you know, holding it kind of thing. So that's what I've got at the moment. Around that number. I can't tell you from the top of my head, but approximately when I woke up in the morning, I saw what the value was, and I'm just working off that. YouTube us wife country club is mistress. What? I didn't quite understand, fan. I think what you're saying, fan. Is there anything else we need to do for the country club, or just DM from a while back? Yeah, don't worry about the. You don't have to do anything else. We're all good there. 80 at all the zigzag indicators. Which one you're using? Thank you, Sidiums. Appreciate that. Thank you, Guina. Really appreciate that. That's it. So Discord, education, homework, stream, private Twitter. No. It won't be a private. We won't do a private Twitter. It will be So Discord, there'll be live streams, live sessions, setups. Yeah, that's it. That's what you're missing is setups. We have loads of setups as well. So you guys can request as many alts as you guys want in it, and we'll just look at setups as well. And that'll be quite good because as we build the community, you guys are looking at different alts, and we can. And the more eyes we have on the market, the better it is for us, isn't it? So it's like beneficial for all of us. Someone will might have eyes on, I don't know, like XRP, and like, yo, Dan, can you just chart XRP for a second? I'm like, yo, this is looking fucking sick. Let's look at this level, and then we're looking for setups and whatnot. So we've got a lot of work to do as well. So that's Bitcoin as well. Someone asked me about Solana. I'm going to talk about Solana quickly. That was it. I got a bit of Solana. I bought, ooh, fucking hell. All right, so target right now is this now. Let's go. Range high. Sorry, mid range. Fuck. So quickly on Solana. Let me put this back over here. Right. If we're all charting, we ain't missing anything. That's true. We're all charting 100%. The more people we got eyes on this, right? And that's the thing is, the country club is like it's a accumulation of different people around the world, and it'd be good. I think one thing I would, and you know what, between us, right? Nah. I'll tell you guys in the country club what we'll be doing for the bull run. I think you guys will be interested in this. I have said it once before, but I'm not gonna say it again on YouTube publicly. I'll say it in the country club. Extra benefits you get out of it as well. But yeah, we'll see. Solana. Let me look at A0. I need to look at what A0 is saying quickly before. Sorry, it's A0 USD. Because I got a very nice bag on A0. Okay, 127. Okay, cool. That's fine. Anyway, Solana. Fucking hell, man. Don't stop buying yet. You know, don't stop buying her. Nah, trust me. In the bull run, Goonie, everyone actually that's a good point. In the bull run, you can't sleep. You can't be missing anything. Trust me. Like, although let's just say that like the country club we do this like 9 o'clock in the morning to freaking 6-7 o'clock in the evening kind of thing. Let's just say, or 5 o'clock. It depends on what the market is saying. If it's a boring market, it's a boring market. But let's just say like 5-6 o'clock, okay? And then like but during the bull run, it's gonna have to run 24 hours. We're gonna have to have like proper teams where fuck, so Solana is actually pushing up quite nicely actually. Yeah, we're gonna have proper teams in it, in terms of really, and yeah, I'm gonna have to hire up, like, well, you guys can be my team that I hire up anyway, so, and pay you guys to actually help me run this place, because it's gonna get hectic during the bull run, like fucking hectic. Only because the way I'm seeing this is that the way I'm gonna have this in my mind is literally this: amphetamines. Dude, I've never taken speed, never taken any of that, of amphetamines, but I know guys who actually take that, and the production of work they do is freaking phenomenal. Between us, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have been curious, but the good thing about me, my work ethic is quite high, so I'm thinking to myself, if I take amphetamines, what the fuck will come out of this, innit? So appreciate that, CDMs. 100%. Listen, guys, it's a community group, innit? The country club is community wise. So any bright ideas or any ideas you have, we will try and build this as well, because it's not going to be a club without you guys actually involved in it. So I want you guys to be as much as involved into this as we build this, and it'll be like beneficial for us. But like I was saying, I was trying to say to this is that when it comes to the bull market, right? If you have in your head this is the last bull run you'll ever have, and there's no more bull run after this, you're gonna make sure you work damn hard on this. All right? So that's the way I'm going with that kind of mentality going forward. Cocoa, but amphetamine, really? Never took coke in my life, man. Never. You can make your heart stop. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I believe not yet. I don't think it's capped up yet. Coke is at least a bit natural. Come on, fam, bro. It's cocoa leaves, right? But with a bunch of chemicals. That's not the same. It's not natural, dude. T-Roll might quit. That's the one thing I wish I did. I'll be honest with you. Between us, right? I wish actually in 2021. I wish I quit sooner instead of September. I would have actually made a lot. I would have focused a lot more, made a lot more use out of it. But obviously, commitments is different to everyone else. My commitments, was I had my own commitments going on, and stuff like that. So, but looking back in time, I could have done it. I could have quit a lot sooner. But it is what it is. I learned from that lesson as well. And my advice going forward to you guys is, if you can quit your job in the bull run temporarily, for example, right, for like a couple of months, like go on sick, man. Just how you get a doctor's note. I don't know, something like that. Like that's what I should have. But the problem is I was self-employed. When you're self-employed, right? If you work, you get paid. You don't work, you don't get paid in it. So yeah, man. I wish I did it. It would have been a different game. Like millies would have been easier to hit. Instead of actually a struggle. But it is what it is because there's a lot more to it. In terms of the run. One second. When it comes to like to the bull the bull run, you've got memes, you got fucking top 10 coins, you got new projects to look at, you got freaking private sales, you got freaking pre-sales, you've got fucking Bitcoin and Ethereum plays, you got marketing, you got promotional work, there's so many avenues you guys can go into, or you can work for a project itself, and then you can build a team with a project as well. There's so much avenues in crypto. It's a lot bigger than it was in 2017, and it can only get bigger. So there's a lot. So like even if you're not good at charting, for example, there are other stuff you guys can do. NFTs, metaverse. You got fucking GameFi kind of shit going on as well. There's so many shit. Play to earn. The limit. The possibilities is endless. That's the truth. You don't work. This is here's my everything. God bless you, my bro. But the other stuff, whole chemical stuff. So has found a cure for cancer. What's going on, John? How you doing, brother? Annual leave. Just looking at my charts in my room. Bless you, my bro. Planning a sabbatical for the bull run. What a geezer. I can see myself doing this full time. Yeah, bro. Like, bro, I have not looked back. I've not looked back. Let's have a look at thinking what SJ's. Bring up SJ. Follow my boy as well. Good man he is as well. J_S_N_O. Okay. Let's have a look what you sold DJ. Let's see what he says. So you look at $41. So 38 and $41. It's costing these EMA stuff. Whichever EMA you got. Dude, that's a very good trade, fam. That's a very good trade. Fucking gangster and a half, man. Fair play to you. Broken the. See, for those who don't understand what he's done here, is this. No, not this color. Yellow. Yeah, yellow will do. So you see this. This is a trend line. Price broke above the trend line. Held it once. Held it twice. And this was a support and SR that he did, and that was his entry. And his stop loss is below the box itself at $33.60. That was entry at $34.240. And he's up nicely though. Broken market structure on this. This is a range bound environment, you can see. Sorry, thingy SJ. I'm actually literally using your chart to trade off it as well, not to trade it to chart. Sorry about that. I don't mean to be disrespectful to you. I'm just adding my own style to it as well. So you can see here, range high, range low. Price was capped in this area here. Right, resistance, broke above it now. If it does any sort of retest off this area here, off these highs here, which is kindly highlighted, and then you got the next set of targets there. Reclaim this, fill out all this inefficiency there, come into this area here. This is a bit of consolidation over there, and then again reclaim, and then looking for this base over here for me, and squeeze into these highs. He's got targets up there at the top. Not too sure what his targets are, but going on my chart now. Yeah, sick setup. Really sick. Shout. He's a solid guy, The guy, the SJ, he's really, really good, man. One of the, he's very underrated in my opinion. So, give him a follow, man. What has he got? 1,005. Bruv, how the fuck is it at 2K? At least. But yeah. So looking at Solana itself. So, what's your target, SJ? What are you looking at, thingy, as in target wise? As you can see from the range bound environment. Oops. If we go to pen, Yeah. So as you can see, this is a range bound environment here. We've been consolidating here for time. This is the initial consolidation over here, right, from April to around August time, and then we've broken out of it and then made massive all-time highs, and we've come back into this range back in May, and again we're holding the mid-range, and you see how this is doing it, right? This is showing me really good bullishness. Really, reason why this low here has held, right? Ideally, right, it was to be bearish. Fucking camera did well though, to be honest. I know, an hour and 10 minutes. Fucking hell, man, happy birthday. Realistic to $40.50. Okay. Now I'm gonna switch in by view in this now. Check BTC Pro. Okay, give me a second there. It's raining in the UK, man. Fucking rain, man. I can't wait to go to France in it. The French girls are kind of hot there. The British girls are ugly. Really ugly. I've said this before, but yeah, I'm just changing the battery. Thank you. I never give up. To be honest, like everywhere else in the world except the UK, you got better looking girls, man. Here we got some fucking donkeys over here, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what they're eating, man, but they look like fucking. Well, I don't know. Anyway, fuck it. Get the British people be like, yo, dang, what the fuck are you talking about us British people? Nah, man, be honest in it. Like, British people tend to be quite ugly people, innit? That's why the genes is not on our side, innit? What can I say, innit? Good thing I'm Mauritian. Fucking hell. Nah, man, I'll be honest with you. Like, if you like, tell me a country where there's ugly people as like the UK. There's nowhere else that comes close to the UK. The UK's got the most ugliest people in the world. Fucking, god damn it, man. We got fucked in it. You think that they conquered the world in it? Like you think that they conquer beauty in it? They didn't conquer shit. They fucking fucked themselves over. Good looking women. Where are you looking at, bruv? Online is online, fam. They all look the same, fam. They look like Brighton. Actually, Brighton's a lot of influencers there. That's why. But they all look like fucking, I don't know, like pigs and shit. You know what I'm saying? They got that weird nose going on, like, you know that nose that goes up like that, like that. They got that thing going on in it. Like, yo, what the fuck, man? All the Vikings took all the good-looking ones. Yeah, they did. They did. Ning's from Thailand. Thailand girls are kind of good looking in it. You just gotta be careful who you pick it out. You know what I'm saying? Fucking hell. But jeez, man, like I went to Mexico, right? In Mexico, right, there's a lot of like Mexicans there, and the Mexicans you see on TV is not the same as the Mexicans you see in Mexico, right? Yes, they are the typical Mexicans you get, but there's some really pretty ass women over there, right? And I went to Turkey. Turkish girls are quite. They're top there. Freaking even when I went to like, it's like Mexicans in Mexico. Mexicans in Mexico. What the fuck am I talking about? But you know what I mean, Final Country Club. Have you not seen these girls? Fuck it, let's do it now. Let's before we go to Solana. I know we're getting sidetracked over here now. UK girls. Let's look at UK girls. Come on, how is this pretty, man? I mean, yeah, she's hot in it, right? I think what's her name? Carla Delevingne or whatever her name. She's pretty, right? I mean, obviously we got mixed. I'm not talking about mixed girls or like a different being, but I'm talking about UK white girls in it. Like these look like kids though. I don't want to look at kids. But just walk around the UK, you're like, yo, what the fuck going on, man? Or like fucking like brush your hair, you know what I'm saying? Just brush your hair. That's what you gotta do. Start from there. If you brush your hair, you'll be fine in it. The Latinas, you can't go wrong with that. Portuguese, the Spanish, the Mexicans, Brazilians, Argentinians, the Chileans, you know, the Ilians. All these Ilians are the ones to go in it. I'm spoiled Caribbean girls here, you know what I'm saying? Going to France, motherfucker, gonna get whiplash, bruv. Ed knows. And those, bro, they really bang into you a lot. Like they're racist though. I swear to God, the French people don't like British people, and I've always said that, and they don't like us. I don't know why. We saved them in World War II. I don't know what the fuck's their problem. If it wasn't for us, they'd be fucking blown to pieces by Germany, innit? So they should be thankful. But you know, like they ungrateful motherfuckers. Polynesia's wife. Yo, Calloway is coming in. Calloway, you can tell. Calloway, he knows he's thinking it. Not your fault. They lost in 3 days. Fucking hell. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to going to France. I ain't gonna lie to you. France is propped against Muslims. Yeah, that's the anti-religion, you know, over there, just as a whole, not just Muslims as well. Just anti-religion. I mean, it just so happens that the Muslims is on TV a lot, but they're really, really anti-religion over there. So like, if you wear like a headscarf or the full thing in it, like that, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna say. I can say actually, I'm Muslim. I can say the whole, like the Batman looking thing as well. I mean, look, I got family who wears the whole shebang in it. I don't really get it myself, to be honest. That's my personal opinion, but I respect it at the same time, right? That's their belief in it. But every time I go, yeah, bruv, like France, like it's messed up. I think I remember one time, my dad was still alive. 2011, we went to France. 2011 as a family, and we went to the mosque in it on a Friday prayer, and we had like the jubba. For those who don't know what a jubba is, it's like a foot or a phobe. It's that long garment, the long like dress, the male dress. I'll show you. A phobe. Is that the word? How you say it? Spell it? No, that's not right. Up a jubba. I know that's how jubba. There we go. That's the thing in it. So me and my dad, right, and my brother, we literally wore this, right, and we go to the mosque in it. We do the Friday prayer, and literally a bunch of these French fries in it. Decide like they start saying baguette, les croissants, pain au chocolat, and like you're like, what the fuck, man? We're just going to go pray in it. Like if you're hungry, go get a baguette in it. Fucking French fries. I mean, I got love for the French people in it, but I just can't stand racism. You know what I'm saying? Saying baguette doesn't make me any nicer there. That sounds fucked up. But I heard some African girls for some places. Bro, African girls are, you get some really nice African girls. Yeah. But yeah, we're getting sidetracked, fam. Let's fucking get back to work. Solana, man. What the fuck? We're talking about African girls and baguettes and shit. Yo, yeah. So, what's his name? Yeah, SJ knows, isn't it? Derry knows as well. Derry, you're from Africa, aren't you? Right? Oh, we got women in the freaking chat. Let's be careful, dude. Let's not get too carried away. We got women in the chat. Not just women in the chat. They're all coming after. True girls look horrible in UK. See, Piotr knows. 100% just been from holiday in Poland. As much, dude. Eastern European girls are really, really pretty. The Polish, the Bulgarians, the Ukraine girls. They're really pretty girls, man. They've got they've got a certain, like, even Russian girls. And you know what it is, what? They know they're really good looking as well, so they act harder to get. They're a lot more harder to get than the freaking British girls. British girls are just, well, if you're yeah, anyway, yeah, British girls, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really like English girls, you know what I'm saying? But there's something about the British people here in the UK. They think they're sick, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. Like, I got American friends who, like, my boys from Canada and America, they came down to study, and they're like, yo, they were saying to me, British girls are easy. I'm like, you fucking mad? They're fucking hard to get. They think they're so good looking, but they're not. They look like fucking pigs and shit with their nose pointing up like that, like a fucking oink oink motherfucker kind of looking shit. I'd like to go to Ukraine one day. The Russians, yeah. Hello. Alright, we'll check Atom in a bit. Let's go. Wait. Fucking Solana. We're getting sidetracked. Let's go. Stop. Let's stop because it's 11:37. I am gonna go. Well, not brunch no more. It's lunch now. That's what I'm gonna do now. I think my mom's rolling. Okay, let me just open the door for my mom. Give me a second. Give me a moment. Let me go say hi to my mom. Okay, yeah. Let's see our guys here. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Now, mum's come over in it, so wouldn't go out. Go out for a meal. At least get something to eat. Because I won't see her for like a week. Well, yeah, for about a week. So, just gotta look after mum in it. So what were we saying? Yeah. In the UK, you want in, you get in. Yeah, that's true. So Atom doing a Vitalik. Oh shit, we're missing an Atom. Yeah, the Vikings should have came here, man, and then do a lot more damage over here back in the days, but they never did. Dinks player talks gets all the us virgin nerds. I ain't no virgin. I'm sorry, I ain't no virgin. I ain't no freaking. I'm not player, man. I ain't no player, bro. I'll tell you something though. I was chatting to a friend of mine yesterday, cracking up. He phoned me up last night, and he wasn't too far from my yard in it. He's like, "Yo, like what you saying? I'm chilling in it." This is quite late. This is probably about like 12:30 in it. He's like, "Yo, like I'll come round and just chatting and stuff like that." I'm like, "Yeah, safe." So we were just talking. Like we're downstairs, right? We're just talking and chilling and stuff like that. And he started telling me that he's on Tinder. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how's that going? Like he's on a couple of these places like Tinder. I don't even know what the fucking apps are. A couple of apps he was on there, and he's like, "Yo, like there's something like really strange about all these things in it." I go, "What's up?" He goes, and he's looking to get married, by the way. And I don't know why he's on Tinder looking to get married, but not my business in it. So he goes to me. It's like the problem with these online dating apps, right? They're just like he was saying to me, there's 3 groups of girls. I go, what? I go, what? Tell me about it a minute. He goes, divorcees, single moms, and fat ugly people. And I was like, well, I shouldn't be saying that, but he's like, yeah, fat ugly people. I'm like, you can't say that. It's like, nah, man. Like he's like. I'm a decent looking guy. I'm like, how do you know you're a fucking decent ugly looking guy and you're not a fat guy? You're just saying you're decent looking because you lost a lot of weight because you went to gym in it. And he was telling me that how fucking like the majority across the board are just the single moms mainly. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck's going on in it? But then again, if you're gonna go online and you're not gonna go meet someone in real life, it's you who's going to actually meet all these weirdos out there. But anyway, Solana. Let's go back on Solana. We've held the mid-range. Let's focus on Solana. Let's start again. All right. I am getting distracted completely. So yeah, Solana. Range band environment over here, as we talked about. Range high to range low. This was back in March, April time from the highs. Range band, then we broke out. When we broke out on the upside, it made the all-time high to $200-ish kind of thing, over $200. And we've now come back into this accumulation area. So this is all accumulation. Price is actually range banding in this area here. As long as it stays in here, it's not a problem. You can accumulate here however long it is. When it does break out on the upside, it's going to be explosive. Why? Because we've done it before. Look how explosive that was in the first time. So you're telling me if we don't break, if we break out here, we're just going to do something like that and then come back down here? Nah, we're going to have something quite explosive. I mean, target 1 will be here, 2, mid-range, and then we go from level to level to level. Why is the note over here? That's not right. Should be here. There we go. So we'll see what happens. But for me right now is this. Now we're gonna focus on it level to level on Solana. So if I go on the 2 hours, for example, you can see we got a trend line going on, right? And a good friend SJ, I think his target was about $40 or something like that. So this is what I'm looking at. See here? Let's just focus on this. You see how you got this here? You got this range low to this range high. This range high. Okay? Price is broken above it, right? And then the mid range sits about approximately here. And it just so happens that mid range was capping the market the first time, second time, deviation, we popped up and got really fucking strong anyway. Okay? That's the range band environment. Now this was just a deviation. Okay, if that's a deviation, then as long as this low holds, right, we're good to go for higher prices. How high? We play it level to level, which will be here. That'll be 75% of the range, or the macro range, squeezing into potentially up to $49. Sounds fucking crazy, but bear with me for a moment, okay? So now, if I'm not in the Solana long, so it's not a problem. The question is, let it do its thing, let it retest. Does it want to retest here? If it retests here and shows me bullishness, I can enter here. If it doesn't want to show me bullishness here and wants to do a deeper pullback, it can do a deeper pullback off these highs over here, for example. So you see this high there? Maybe the mid-range holds above it. Then that will be my trigger for me to enter long to mid-range. Once it gets above here and hold this, this is again your confirmation of higher prices. At least the first target will be here. This bastard. these mid-range, well, first target would be around here, but just over $40, where our good friend SJ is at. Target 1, get above it, squeeze it into target 2, which is about $41.50, right? Approximately $41.45, around the area. And get above there, then it opens up the next floodgates to this area here. To, yeah, around this. No, I'll say here. Yeah, there. And then we can squeeze in potentially into this area there. So then the next set of targets would be that, would be target 1, squeeze into here, to this area. Just so happens that this was a trend line, as you can see, support, we lost this. And then the question is this a retest versus shoot back down? We don't fucking know. But if it gets above and squeeze it, we can take out these highs, going to $48.80, I think, $48.75. That would be looking for there. So that's the play going up on the higher time frame as well. And I'll put a stop loss over here, working it level to level. As if this plan works out, my stop loss will be here, a hard stop there. Because if we come back down and lose this level, then we can come back into this area here. Okay, so that's Solana there. That's the bullish play that we're looking at. We are completely wrong, right? I mean, like, we may be having all these plans, but what if we're fucking wrong? Or this doesn't happen, and we come back. What's it? Let me just. Mother. Once again. Like that. I mean, if he comes into this area here, loses the mid range. Then back to range low. Once it loses this mid range, this here, then it's a shorting scenario. Why? Because this is the mid range, right? And if that's the mid range of the higher time frame that we're looking at, then we can come back into this area here, this base consolidation. That'd be the target right over here, squeezing into these shorts over there. That'd be target 1, target 2. That's what we're looking for shorts in terms of Solana. Okay. Atom. Oh yeah, Solana BTC. Let's have a look. That's a good point. Solana BTC. Jesus Christ, this is good. Okay, have a look. You can see how long ago I last saw looked at thingy. So what has happened then? Where we found support off this high here. There you go. And that was just a deviation of the range of well, not the range of the SR. And really and truly, the range bound environment is this. Let's have a look. I'm gonna play around my thingy. I mean, this is a range bound environment right here. Yeah, that's it. Right, okay. It's got the 4 hours. And it's quite strong there. So what it is, that range bound environment right here, that we highlighted there, it's a range for like fucking nearly 1 month, 2 months, 2.5 months. Another set of families coming here. My mum will open the door. It's not one. Give me a second. Yeah, I want to make a move in a bit. But yeah, what we're saying is Solana BTC. So this is a deviation of the range. This has been 2.5 months worth of consolidation over here, as you can see. Little baby mini range there. But as you can see from this section here, that was a stop run. Held the support, and off we go. So that was giving you indication right here, indication for us to go long, right? With a stop loss over here, playing it potentially to 25% and mid range. So what's happened is we found some resistance, come into the range low, and now at 25% of the range. Now, the question is, does it come into this area here from this high, retest and holds above it, and then show me bullishness, put me to long, back into the 25%, get above the 25%, then we can squeeze it back into the range high, into this area here. I'll show you. Into this, I would say this actually, right here. There. That's why I look at it, because that was a low over here, right, which came back up, held it support, came there. Once we lost it, we haven't retested it. At least retest this as a base, as a target 1, and then go into range, a mid range. Then from mid range, we'll see what happens next. That's Solana. And if Solana is showing me bullishness like that, is doing the plan as we go into this high, well, it's gonna be fucking epic though. So that's Solana. I'm gonna do one more alt. Name me another one alt, and then we'll call it a day. And then tomorrow, tomorrow I'll probably do the stream a little bit early tomorrow. Reason being is tomorrow, because I'm flying off to France. My flight is at 5-ish kind of thing, but I need to be at Birmingham Airport. I'm going to be at Birmingham Airport quite early, but I need to have a haircut, that kind of shit as well. So I'm going to actually I'll do the stream a little bit early, probably around 9:30. And 9:30, we'll do it at 9:30. Atom. Someone asked me for Atom. Fuck it, Atom BNB. Let's do those two. Atom USDT. And then tomorrow we'll try and focus more with that. Fuck me. What the fuck's going on? Shit. What the fuck is going up high? Right, so 2020 highs actually held, as you can see. As you can see, this stop run came down, deviated from this low, find support, off we go. Range bound environment, as you can see, from this low here to this high over there, that's a range bound environment. And now that was a deviation, broke up and gone up higher. I would love a retest minimum up here, maybe up to here, hold above it, and then we can go up higher. It's coming to this area here. Let's have a look. So now this gets interesting. Okay, this gets interesting. Let me go on the weekly. Right, you know what I'm gonna have to do later? I'm gonna do some charts I'm gonna do some chart requests later. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Right now, send me a chart request. I'm gonna chart that. I'm gonna put it on Twitter. Send it all to me right now, right? So we got PYR, BNB, Atom, CRV, AVAX, KNC. We got a bunch of others. Queen Elizabeth. Fucking turn that. We got a couple more thingy. And what I'll do, I'll post it on Twitter. Flux and KuCoin, I saw that as well. I think yeah, you already said that. Actually, I know. I'll add Flux to the system as well. Let me screenshot this, so I know to. Yeah, that's a screenshot there. And then so when I do it later, I'll post it on Twitter. I don't know if I'll probably do a video. We'll see what happens. But anyway, but yes. So we're looking at this, right? So if I look at a range bound environment, I know this is a range high. That was a range high, and the range low was here. Okay, that's the range low. Now we know there's a potential target coming to this area here. Why? Because you see this range bound environment of right over here. This is the high there, right? And look where we are. We're above that. So if we start holding above this level there, breaks this high, holds above it, you know your target will be at $22. Am I right to say $22? $21.60. And the high we're looking at is $15.67. Let's call it 70 cents. So that'll be looking at for thingy. So now, how does it look like going down on the daily now? Right, the daily, it's like this. Yeah, daily, this is the high. We've got deviation, and that's where we're holding at support. Like I said, so this high here, the body candle, we break above it, you know, that's a retest. That's your confirmation, playing it all the way to, which was, I think was it this low here? This low here? Yeah, let's call it, yeah, that low there. And that's how we'll be looking at level to level. If we break above it, right, and hold above it, where's in the set of targets, then we start looking for this area here, this low there, and that'll be next set of targets, squeezing it into the highs over here, level to level. Does that make sense? That'll be your first set of targets, that'll be your next set of targets there, carry on with the trade, and then we squeeze into this area here. And that's what we're looking for Atom. And then we'll see what happens. Cool. BNB, we'll do BNB, squeeze that BNB in. Thing is, right, BNB, we already know, once we come into this area, take out these highs there, we'll reclaim, we'll play level to level. BNB, I'm gonna have to look at it properly. I'm gonna have to bounce though, because because I think, yeah, you can see I literally got a text from my mom saying how long you gonna be, so I'm gonna have to bounce though. I'll do a chart on BNB quite later on as well when I come back, and then we can go through there. Okay, so yeah, so we got a couple of setups there to keep you going, and but yeah, I'll have screenshots your request there, KNC, CRV, BNB, Flux on KuCoin as well. And I will look after that for you. Don't worry about that. Leave that with me and we'll sort that out. Okay? So I'm going to let you go. Can't even speak. I'm going to let you guys go. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll do it at 9:30 in the UK time, early in the morning. It gives us a good half an hour, 40 minutes to actually play around. And we're going to try and not get distracted with ugly looking people. I'm messing. But yeah, we're going to try be a bit more serious tomorrow. Okay? And then when I'm in France, right, what I'll do is I'll do these streams in the evening. So it will be around probably 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock UK time, around that time in the evening. That's when I'll be looking to do the streams, and then that will prepare yourself going on to Wednesday, again on Thursday, again on Friday. Okay, so take care of you guys, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll catch you guys, and I'll post your request there. Okay, big love. Have a good day, and yeah, speak to you soon.